by the time it all came said and done, what he was going to end up paying, and once he lost everything, he was going to be making, without figuring in time and a half, just straight up on it, $3 an hour. He's killing himself for that wage. So instead of finding a system that helps people get on their feet, and maybe it weans them off of the system, so to speak, so they can build up a savings account. Maybe we put some accountabilities in. No, we just cut it. So what's the best option to do? Well, I just have to quit my job. And until we decide, we have to come up with a better means. So what if we have to pay them for a little while to help build up that safety net, to help get a savings account and emergency fund? I would much rather do that than say live on the system continually. Politicians never look at that. Why? Because they've never dealt with it. They haven't had an employee that wanted to dig himself out from the bottom, and you could see the emotion in his eyes, the tears in his eyes welling up when I couldn't help solve it. I said, we'll be fine. I'll work this out for you. No, the numbers don't work.
Are you daft? Billionaires live off the system every fucking day of our lives. I don't understand why you're
I'm not talking about billionaires and fucking system. Wait, hold on. Water, mute up for a second. I'm going to help you out here. Corey, you were done speaking. He piped
the only fucking
person there why don't we hear what he has to say without interrupting him? There's this weird tendency that people have on this app where it's like if somebody challenges them, they are very quick to do their pushback. Let's get his complete thought out, which is probably going to be stupid, and then you can go ahead and respond. Go ahead.
It was just that, responding to a stupid statement. Yeah, you're right. It's probably going to sound stupid what I have to say. Stupid is as stupid does, right, Point?
Okay, so if I understand you correctly, Water, your evidence that millionaires live off the system is that stupid is as stupid does. Is that accurate?
My response to you is stupid is as stupid does. The fact that you're complaining about the poor living off of the system, while we have the rich hemorrhaging this country, funding the wars, not fighting them. It doesn't make any sense.
Water, I don't know what conversation you're talking about, but I never even alluded to that. That was other people talking. I simply listened to your comment, which you said the prior speaker was stupid. Then you stated, we all know that millionaires live off the system, and you were interrupted. Roger then told the gentleman not to interrupt you, give you an opportunity to get your point out, which is probably stupid. And all I've heard you say so far to back up that millionaires live off the system is stupid does. Maybe you have some other specific reasons why you think millionaires live off the system. I'd love to.
No, you assuming my answer ahead of time and speaking for me was what I was responding to. So without the narrative, simply put, universal basic income is necessary to get out of this mess.
All right. Let's concentrate on that. Everybody in the country should be paid exactly the same wage. That's how hang on. That's how I define a universal income. So, if you were president, if you had your hand on the button, how much money should each person get? No more, no less.
For starters,
basic income.
For starters, yes, that's right. Without it, all the other benefits included, everybody still receives your benefits. $4,000 minimum.
So you're saying a minimum
Americans,
every.
And then all veterans gets bumped up to $8,000. This is for starters. We don't know where the economy is going to be in the next year, not even the next 5 years, let alone 5 or 10. But we must address it as the inflation comes at us because it's going to come. It's going to come at us. It's going to come at us in full force as automation is already here. So
Water, I have a question for you.
I understand you have a question. I still have
let me ask you one question first. Your thoughts enough. Just a follow-up question. Since you endorsed that, how much more would you be willing to pay each year in your tax dollars to make that happen? How much would you be willing?
As much as need be.
Okay, got it.
Go ahead, Mo.
Yeah, Water, I have a question for you.